You can't possibly think of many successful left-handed golfers, and a certain Bubba Watson won't find his way into your thoughts. But it has been a roller coaster of taunting accusations and counter-accusations between Bubba Watson and the PGA Tour in the last few days. Watson made a shocking revelation that sparked a heated debate in the golf world, with many calling out the PGA Tour for its hypocrisy. So what did Watson say that has brought him into the spotlight? Stick around to find out the details. Jerry Lester Bubba Watson Jr. is one of few left-handed American professional golfers. Bubba, who now plays on the LIV Tour, is a multiple major champion, with victories at the 2012 and 2014 Masters Tournament. Watson reached a career-high second place in February 2015 in the official World Golf Ranking. In addition to his victories, Bubba has consistently been among the longest drivers. He can hit a ball over 350 yards and up to 194 miles per hour. He finished top of the driving distance statistics 5 times. He also had an average drive of 315.2 yards in 2007. However, fans didn't see much of Watson last year. He played at the PGA Championship early on, where he performed quite well with a T30 finish. His performance then saw him climb to 69 on the official World Golf Rankings. Watson would later drop a bombshell that somehow coincided with his drop in the world rankings to 131. Watson had revealed that he had a torn meniscus and would be away from the game for 4 to 6 weeks. But this didn't stop him from congratulating the winner of the championship. Bubba shot a 63 in the second round of the championship to tie one of the lowest scores in the men's major championship history. But this didn't stop him from congratulating the winner. The 2022 PGA Championship ended in favor of 29-year-old Justin Thomas. Even though he had to go through an exhausting playoff to win it, this year's edition was the second time Thomas had conquered the title. 3 days later, he took to Twitter to congratulate his colleague, stating that things didn't go as planned. But that's Watson for you, always putting up the spirit of sportsmanship. In that same message, he revealed that he'd be pulling out of the Charles Schwab Challenge due to his knee issues. Watson underwent meniscus preservation surgery on his knee, so he needed ample time to heal and make a comeback. Still, he didn't immediately state the tour he'd play on, so everyone actually kept their cool. In late July, the 2-time Masters champion shook the golf world by announcing that he would join LIV Golf as a non-playing captain for the rest of the 2022 season. He added that the period would also serve as a healing one for his torn meniscus, while holding on to the hope of playing in LIV Golf's tournaments by 2023. 12 days after his announcement, he made good on his claim of decamping to the Saudi-backed series by resigning from the PGA Tour. This didn't come as a complete shock to the golf community, because rumors were already making the rounds that the 44-year-old had been in talks with the Saudi-backed series. It may or may not have been true, but there's every possibility that even before he suffered the knee injury, plans were already in place to switch to the Breakaway Tour. According to reports, the multiple major champion received more than $50 million to join the Breakaway Tour. LIV Golf Chief Executive Greg Norman was very keen to get Bubba Watson involved in the lucrative tour. Norman commended Watson for joining the series, saying he's a risk taker and his qualities as a pro golfer would complement the brand. Norman said, "Watson is a fantastic addition to LIV Golf and another major champion joining the growing list of LIV stars. We're eager for him to join the team to bring new audiences and energy to this league." While Rory McIlroy has remained at the forefront of championing the cause of the PGA Tour, Watson has also continued to defend the agenda of the Greg Norman-led series while making a serious allegation against the American circuit. As you may already know, a pay-to-play scheme is not new to the golf world. The DP World Tour is a popular golf tour that has dished out considerable sums to many famous golf stars to play in their tournaments. However, the PGA Tour has always remained adamant that such practice of appearance fees is not allowed in its competitions. This is not to say that many events on the PGA Tour have not found a workaround to this rule in what is regarded as a form of off-the-course endorsement contract. Speaking to ESPN, Bubba, who was on a mission to expose what the world never knew about the PGA Tour, made a mockery of the American circuit's many allegations against the PIF-funded series, claiming that the American-based tour was, in fact, hypocritical for blaming LIV Golf for its money-induced stance. Bubba Watson argued that the PGA Tour had gone against its own rules on countless occasions and had offered him huge sums behind closed doors to appear in many tournaments. "It makes me chuckle because on the PGA Tour, I was given money behind closed doors to appear at many games," he said. The 2014 Masters Tournament champion also hinted to the world that he could as well not be the highest earner from the backdoor deals. He implied that better golfers could be getting way more than he was earning. "If Bubba Watson is not the best golfer, those deemed the best got paid better than me. So it's guaranteed money, but the real real world just doesn't see it, he added. The 12-time PGA Tour winner alleges that his participation in tournaments is assured whether he makes it through the qualifying series or not. Whether I miss the cut or not, I still make money. If I make the cut, it means I get extra pay. He continued, I'd laugh at them knowing that we all had some money waiting for us to show up at the events. Lose, win, or withdraw, whatever it is, you still get paid. We've all been doing that. The criticisms against LIV just crack me up because that's what the PGA Tour has been doing. They don't want us to talk about it during tours, but we do get it. Despite Watson's magical triumphs at Augusta in 2012 and 2014, he still remained a popular member of the American-based tour amongst fans in recent years and maintains that he has been shortchanged in the Player Impact Program. The scheme, which is aimed to reward golf's most famous stars for their growth of the sport, offers a total $40 million bonus for the most impactful players at the end of the season, and Bubba insists he's owed half of the $3 million he should have received for finishing 10th in last year's program. They still owe me $1.5 million, he added. I did just about everything they asked, but I never got the second half of the cash before joining LIV Golf. Anybody in the world can make money off Saudi Arabia, but individuals are not allowed. It's a sad and hypocritical place in our sport because the PGA Tour has an almighty dollar and they're doing all they can to protect it by preventing others from playing or having an event in the US. Bubba Watson is pretty serious about being Team LIV Golf and always sticks it to the PGA Tour anytime he has the chance. Well, the PGA Tour wouldn't sit back and watch its reputation go down the drain. It didn't allow the dust of Bubba Watson's accusations to settle before coming up with an explanation. According to the PGA Tour Player Advisory Council member Kevin Kistner, Watson was only talking about what it termed a contractual sponsor-related activity. Kevin Kistner claimed that the money gotten by Bubba Watson largely differed from a sponsored pay-for-play. According to the PGA chief, if travelers want to pay Bubba to appear under the tent, that has got nothing to do with the PGA. You don't believe Zurich in New Orleans is asking guys to play because they're financing them on their sleeves? You can't call that an appearance payment. It's an off-course endorsement which is under contract. Even as Bubba Watson had severed his relationship with the PGA Tour following his LIV Golf defection, Watson will be teeing it up at Augusta National in a few weeks as a former Masters champion. You'd recall that Masters chairman Fred Ridley announced that Augusta National would invite LIV players who meet their current criteria to participate in the 2023 Masters. Among the 16 eligible players from the Saudi-funded factional league include Bubba Watson, Phil Mickelson, Charles Schwartzel, Sergio Garcia, Dustin Johnson, Patrick Reed, Bryson DeChambeau, Cam Smith, and a host of others. But what do you make of Watson's allegations? Is the PGA Tour actually being hypocritical? And we'll catch you in the next one.